Tell us about Eastern Michigan.
You know, obviously it's always good to win. We understand winning is hard, but, you know, as a football team, we have a lot to learn from, a lot to continue to get better at, and I think that's the exciting thing about our football team. We have not played our best football yet, but we are fighting like heck to continue to improve and to get better. And to play our best football, and hopefully we can get that done on Saturday versus a quality football team in Eastern Michigan. Very well coached, play well in all three phases. It's going to be a tremendous challenge, but you know, I like the way our kids came in the past 2 days, and I think we'll be ready for the challenge. Well, I think, you know, obviously they had a decision to make at the quarterback position. The thing that Ben Bryant gives them is the ability to be very precise in the passing game and the ability to run the ball. He is a better athlete than I think people are going to give him credit for. We have to make sure we honor him in the run game. But he has great anticipation. Their system is built in a way that, you know, if they understand what coverage you're in, they know what plays can attack those coverages. And he does a great job delivering the ball in spots for his receivers to have an opportunity to run after the catch.
Coach, you've obviously been around a lot of running backs in your career coaching. You were running back yourself. Seeing Harrison, what he's done in his first year and a couple games here. Have you ever seen a running back get off to such a great start?
Yes. I'm sorry. I had Garrett Wolf, who led the country in rushing, and I had Monty Ball, who led the country in rushing. So I've been around tremendous starts. I mean, I think Garrett had 1,000 yards in 5 games or close to it. So Harry has grown tremendously. He still has not played his best football. You watched that game last week. I think it's some plays he would love to have back, and so he's still growing. He's a young guy that he's constantly getting better, and I think that the thing that's most exciting about Harry is, you know, I can't tell you how good he's going to be in 2 more years. I mean, you know, I think he will continue to develop and get better, and I think his best football will be ahead of him.
Were you wanting Rocky to run the ball a little bit more? I mean, he was so effective at that against Maine. Did you want to see more of that from him, or just take it whatever the defense is giving?
Yeah, I mean, we want him to execute our offense, and I think if people start to overcommit to the running game, I think his ability to run the ball becomes problematic. So, you know, we want people to defend the whole field, and we want to use every available person to get that done, and having Rocky's ability to run the ball is going to create obviously challenges for opponents as we continue to go.
You see similar game a year ago, kind of a shootout with Eastern Michigan where you had like last year?
Yeah, I mean, you know, when you look at the MAC, a lot of games are played very, very similar. So, you know, we have to try to, you know, do our best to slow their offense down, try to create some turnovers. We have to do a great job offensively protecting the ball. You know, the last game last year, we turned it over in the second half. They have a scoop and score that really kind of, you know, shifted the momentum of that game. So we have to be excellent in ball security at all positions. And then we got to be able to, you know, convert. Obviously convert on third downs, convert in the red zone. I think those things become important. And then special teams. You know, I think, you know, when you have teams that are very similar and competitive, special teams can make a huge difference. So we have to be good in all 3 facets of the game because this is a quality football team that we're about to play.
You bring up any point that they've gotten you the last 2 times in the series? Would you even mention that before the game? Or?
No, that's irrelevant. I mean, you know, that's in the past. I mean, the great thing about us is, you know, we're a football team just fighting to get better. And what happened last year, we didn't win a game, so that's out the window already. So what can we do this week to practice great, attention to detail, study the game plan? Can we execute at a high level on Saturday? Is the most important thing.
Coach, what are your thoughts on the offensive line so far this year? It seems like they've really taken strides this season in pass blocking.
Well, I think it's twofold. Obviously, your ability to run the football, puts more stress on defenses. If we was back there dropping back pass 40 times a game, we would give up sacks. So, we have to be balanced. We want to be a balanced operation. We want to take what the defense gives us, but our offensive line is playing well. They gelling, and the great thing about our line is, we have most of these guys coming back for multiple years, and so I think these guys are only going to continue to get better. The only guy we lose up front is Brayton Patton, who's a super senior, and I think these guys' development and strength and everything else will continue to progress as we move forward.
What have you seen out of Eastern's offense that you guys are going to have to do, especially in the passing game, to slow them down?
Yeah, I mean they're very dynamic. I mean if you load up against the run, they're going to throw the ball. If you load up against the pass, they're going to run the ball. So they create a lot of challenges, with their offense. I think Coach Creighton does a great job. I mean, scheming people up. And also what you see is, things that worked against their defense, they will add into their repertoire. So I'm sure they have some things that caused us problems in their repertoire this week. And so we have to be great, with our eye discipline. We have to be great in our gaps. And then obviously our corners have to get up there and try to get after their receivers. They got really good wide receivers. Number 4 is a dynamic player. Then they got 2 bigger kids that can break tackles. A guy that can catch a 5-yard hitch route and turn it into a 20-yard explosive play. So we have to tackle. We have to get in there and mix it up. And then obviously, if we can get our hands up and get some balls down, batted, I think that will help our coverage as well.
Talk a little bit about being a homecoming game too. Maybe some of your former players coming back and these guys knowing each other.
Yeah, I mean, what I told the players is homecoming is always better when you win. So your only focus should be to win, and then you can enjoy homecoming afterwards. I think that's the focus. So we're going to make it about the 2 teams that's on the football field and what we can do to play our best football, and that's the only thing that matters.
Coach, what improvements or adjustments do you think your team was able to achieve during the non-conference that would prepare them for that play?
Well, I think, obviously improvements for us offensively, we're having some balance. I think, we complement each other well. I think, we have to play complementary football to win. We're not at the point in our program where we're just going to pull away from people. So every snap matters, every play matters, and so we have to be, extremely detail-oriented, extremely disciplined, great ball security. That's going to be a big thing as we continue to move forward, and then try to take the ball away on defense. I think those things are areas where I think we have improved.
What is your message to the team about entering the conference portion of your schedule?
Well, it's just, to me, this is the most important game on our schedule because it's the team we're playing this week. And so we have to do everything possible to figure out a way to score one more point than Eastern Michigan. And it's going to be a tremendous challenge. But the great thing about us is, we've been in situations over the first 4 weeks. We've had to play every week. We've had to, we've been in four quarter football games. And I think we're battle tested. And obviously it's going to be a big battle on Saturday.
The league's pretty balanced right now. I mean, there's not one outstanding team kind of wide open.
I mean, I think that's hard to say. I mean, nobody has played anybody yet. So, once you start getting a better feel for, teams playing each other, you'll have an idea of, where the league is. But, we just excited to play against Eastern, who's a very quality football opponent, and we need to play our best.
Coach, you mentioned being battle tested, going against 2 really good edge rushers in Rush and Ramirez, having earlier in the year gone against Hutchinson from Michigan. What from that game can you take away and apply to future games like the MAC and say, all right, guys, this is what to be prepared for, I guess, in terms of physical play? No, I think, obviously when you're playing good edge rushers, it's about the strain and the finish. That's the most important thing. We got to continue to strain
to the echo of the whistle, because these two pass rushers, they are high motor type players that will continue to grind and fight and trying to find their way to the quarterback. So, we have to match their intensity each and every single snap.
Excuse me, Miles Joyner hasn't played the last 3 games. Is there, I guess just has he been hurt or has been another issue, or do you expect him back this week?
I mean, he's been inactive. We're trying to get him active. When he's ready to go, he'll be playing. But as far as off the field issues, there are none. This is a graduate, outstanding young man. Can be happier to have him in our program.
But really quick, could you speak to some of the memories you have of homecoming, being a student athlete, and what it meant to you then, and how you kind of put it onto your players now?
Yeah, I don't really remember much. I just know this: when we won, it was a lot funner than the alternative. So when you win the game, everybody, homecoming is fun.
Since it came up first, just Dylan, what has been like the adjustment to like another new position, going from cornerback to safety to the rover position here?
Pull the mic up a little bit.
You want me to scoot over?
Yeah,
Just more so like I think just kind of learning so instead of obviously you're dealing with like the back 4 and covering people and everything like that. Linebacker, you're dealing more like gap scheme and just that whole process of learning the fits and where I'm going to be at on certain pictures. I'm in the box now and I'm a skinny guy, obviously you can see. So just learning that and figuring that situation out, that was probably like the biggest just hurdle of trying to learn.
Dylan, what advantages do you think playing in the secondary for most of your career give you now that you're in the box?
The advantages is just like knowing where my help is on like more so probably like I'll say the pass plays, just knowing that if it's a certain formation, knowing that I'll have a safety over top inside and that helps me with my leverages and different things like that. And just the fitting, like the pictures, like as I was saying, say if I have to hammer a block, knowing that who's gonna be outside of me, inside of me, different things like that. That helps out a lot. And it's just knowing corner, safety, and now linebacker, that just makes it a benefit.
Defensive guys, just how would you say overall you played against Maine, and how do you see the improvement continuing into Eastern?
Just improving on more of like just the techniques of things and things like that. Just continue to get better each and every day. We corrected some things from film, stuff like that. Just continue to get better.
Dylan?
I think the biggest improvement that you saw, especially like the second half of the game and probably starting the second quarter of the main game, was the tackling. Just kind of getting that and getting into the flow of that. That was that's been a big emphasis ever since Michigan and making sure that we're ready to go with the conference play coming up.
You normally talk about it a little bit with Coach Hammock, but what's it been like to see this offensive line improve to the level that it has?
It's been amazing. Since last year, we've improved a lot. We've had the same starters come back, so it's been an improvement. We're just working every day, trying to get better. Not every day is perfect, but we just got to improve on techniques and assignments, and it's been great.
Owen, going against two big edge rushers, what experience that you guys took away from like the Michigan game where you're going against Aiden Hutchinson? What do you apply to a game like this?
It's going to be a lot of technique and strain. So with Aiden Hutchinson, we just wanted to get on him and just fundamentally just try to be fundamentally sound. With these two edge rushers from Eastern, they're big, physical, and they have high motors, so you just got to get on and strain.
With the quarterback like Ben Bryant, who we saw that the team was able to put up 59 points last week, how important is getting pressure early and often in this game to make sure they don't have those same opportunities this week?
I just feel like it's very important that we get pressure on him because he's more of a guy that can run too as well. So we just want to like continue to like corral him and just get him out the pocket if we can, and just get him to throw on the run, which he's not that good at. So just continue to get pressure.
This past weekend, we saw the defense get back on track. What do you guys have to do to have a repeat performance this weekend
just come out with the same level of focus and intensity that we came out with in the second half, and just continue to play just like that.
What changed for you guys defensively last week? I know that two very long. I think they're all 3 and outs other than that. But
Yeah.
The 2 very long drives. What wasn't working for you guys on those that was there for you the rest of the game? Both of you, obviously.
I'll say just from being out there, just like schematics, I think just a few adjustments Coach Jackson made going into the second half, especially that was able to, especially like stop some of the zone and gap schemes they had going on, and just making sure that we were sound all around. Once we were able to just stop that and just subdue that running back, it was a light game.
Damon? Just like Dylan said, just just made our adjustments and just continue. We tackled a lot better, and just continue to just work on our tackling and take it just like that.
Dylan, have there been any specific players or coaches that have really helped you in your transition to playing linebacker now?
Yeah, all of them. Everyone on defense. Like that's just it was completely just new to me. I'll say Coach Dan Jackson and Coach Wimbo, the linebackers coach, they both have done a real good job, just like making that transition easier and just helping like me connect all the pictures, because like it really was hard at first trying to learn. Like at this point, I truly feel like I know probably 70% of the whole defense. The only part I don't know is Damon's position, just putting my hand in the dirt. But they've made it pretty easy doing that, and like they related a lot of things to playing safety on the covering aspect, and then Coach Wimbo made it easier on the run game. So basically everybody. Coach Geely was helping me out, like everybody. You said what?
No hand in the dirt?
Not yet. We'll see. We'll see week 6 or something.
Is there an added level of excitement about entering conference play right now? I mean, how much are you guys looking forward to getting into the MAC here?
We're really excited, but we try to treat every game the same. It's always the next week. We're always on to the next game, so it's exciting though, getting back into the MAC.
Dylan?
Oh, it's very exciting. I think we have a lot to prove and show, especially because of last year. When we don't look back in the past at all, but we know what we're coming to do and like what our mission is. So I think Eastern's going to be a good. It's homecoming. It's the first game. It's homecoming. It's going to be really exciting, and just going on after that.
Just what they saying. I think it's going to be really exciting to just get back into the MAC, and you know me, like for this like my second year, just like actually going against like the MAC competitors and things like that. So I'm just excited to get back into it.
Nolan, how much pride do you guys take in the run game and in what the offense has been able to do with Harrison and Rocky and everybody on the ground?
We take a lot of pride in it. The O-line, we want to PTR, we want to pound the rock any chance we can get. And then the opportunities when we do have to throw, we have to protect Rocky. But we take a lot of pride in running the ball and getting Harry in the end zone.
Bill, when you talk about protecting Rocky, if I'm not mistaken, I think you have 2 out of the 4 games this season that he hasn't been sacked. What does that mean to the offensive line and the coaches?
It means a lot. We just got to keep working on keeping him clean. We don't really talk about like how many sacks we've given up. We just go to work every day and just try to keep him clean and keep him off the ground.
Dylan, you mentioned homecoming, so does it mean anything different to you, or is it just the next game?
I think it means a little bit more because, all the alumni and people from the past come back and watch you, and you want to, of course, compete and play for them. But from a player point of view outside of that, I think it's just another game. You want to win, and you want to win dominantly.
Anything else for the Huskies?